With all due respect, I don't have pity for you black niggas. That's the way I feel. Screaming, I don't have pity for you black niggas. That's the way I feel.
I've heard about this video.
I've seen this, but I don't think I saw the entire thing.
I've definitely seen this. Biggest issue, in my opinion, in the United States right now.
Screaming Black Lives Matter, all the black guys rather be deadbeats than pay your bills. Yelling this and that.
Oh, shit.
Call everybody.
I was so confused the first time I saw this. I thought it was the white guy in this video who was writing it.
As soon as I say then everyone react and wanna swing at me and call me racist cause I ain't black. Talking about slavery like you was around back then. Like you was picking cotton off the ground back then.
What
like
the
you was
hell
on the
is it?
plantation getting down back then. I see a black man aiming his gun, but I'd rather see a black man claiming his son.
I hate when they say that.
I work my ass off and pay my taxes for what? So you can keep living off free government assistance, food stamps for your children, but you still trying to sell them for some weed and some liquor or a babysitter while you party on the road cause you ain't got no.
Someone's drilling my head with racism. That's what it feels like listening to people like this.
My boy's been back. I'm not racist. My sister's boyfriend's black. I'm not.
That doesn't mean anything.
That's the first argument every person goes to when they say they're not racist.
I'm not racist. And I never lied, but I think there's a disconnect between your culture and mine. I worship.
This is just too reminiscent of the time period.
You ride Tupac like he was a f***ing god. Oh my god. And all you care about is rapping and stunting and being ratchet, and that's the within you. Music.
Oh, jeez Louise.
Start to convince you.
I really don't know where this is going.
I actually don't have words. I
nose drinks, blaming on everybody.
It's so messed up.
Blaming on white privileges, blaming on white kids, and just blaming on white citizens. Aim at the vice president. How dare you try to make demands for this money? You gonna show us some respect. You gonna stand for this country.
Oh!
Wait. Did you just say the hard R?
I heard Eminem's rap at the awards.
What?
I can't take you nowhere without people pointing fingers. Pants hanging off your ass. You ain't got no home training.
There are too many people in this world who actually thoroughly believe this.
Quit the pitiful stuff, and then maybe police will stop killing you. So what the?
Shut the
I'm not racist, but there's two sides to every story. I wish that I knew yours. With all disrespect, I don't really like you, white motherfuckers. That's just where I'm at.
This is it. Yes.
All lives matter is a protest to my protest. What kind of is that?
True.
People don't understand that.
When the power in the word is a different sin. We shouldn't say it, but we do, and that's just what it is. But that don't mean that you can say it just because you got friends.
That's true.
That word was originated for you to keep us under.
For real.
You know, that's just how we greet each other. And when you use it, we know there's a double meaning under. Even if I wasn't picking cotton physically, that don't mean I'm not infected by the history. My grandmama was a slave. That gets to me, and you.
Yeah, it really wasn't that long ago. That's the thing you gotta remember.
It's hard to elevate when this country's ran by whites, judging me by my skin color and my blackness.
Yeah.
Trying to find a job, but ain't nobody call me back yet.
That's facts. Ooh.
You think you know everything?
They're rethinking about it.
The white guy looks like he's listening and trying to understand what he's saying.
I'm exhausted. I can't even drive without the cops trying to start. I'm tired of this systematic.
That very true. I have a personal story about that.
And even though Barack was half as black, you hated President Obama. I know that's a fact. You couldn't wait to get him out and put a cracker back. And then you gave us Donald Trump, and I was payback for that. I'm not racist. I never lied, but I know there's a disconnect between your culture and mine. Yeah, I pray.
This is a really well done video.
Blaming on black and blaming on black citizens. Aim at
The only good,
I'm innocent, but
positive thing I can say about this is that it's showing conversation.
I'm not racist, but I cry a lot. You don't know what it's like to be in a frying pot.
They don't. That's flat out. They don't know what it's like.
You don't know what it's like to mind your business and get stopped by the cops, and I know if you about to die or not.
There's so much passion behind these lyrics too that it all feels too real just because it is.
I'm not racist, but there's two sides to every story, and now you know mine.
I guess both sides are just saying you don't understand.
Can't erase the scars with a bandage. I'm hoping maybe we
hug it out after that? Are you kidding me?
I'm hoping maybe
hug it out.
Yes. I'm not racist.
We're all humans until race disconnected us, religion separated us, politics divided us, and wealth classified us. Dang, that's deep.
That's a lot to take in.
That was a good video. This is the conversation that needs to happen more often.
There's a part of me that wants to agree with that, but you can't just throw away all of the literal systematic oppression that's been put to one side. It's a good step, I guess, but there has to be so much more done.
All I really want is there to be some sort of like proper discussion, but even then I feel like we don't get anywhere. But at least we have something like this sort of video where it's hard and to the point, but it's so that people sort of get it through their heads that you can't say certain things because you're not understanding where minorities especially are coming from until you hear them out.
So this was the video for I'm Not Racist by rapper Joyner Lucas. Had you heard of him before?
Mm-mm. I've heard of the music video before, but I've never heard of the individual artist.
I have heard it before. I had a couple friends send it to me, and the first time I heard just the first verse. I was like, why am I listening to this? This sounds terrible. And then I had to listen to the second half to get, oh, okay, that's what it means.
How did you feel like listening to this?
Just like completely uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable, to say the least. I just think the video as a whole shouldn't have been made. It's not what this country needs right now. This just, it stokes the fire and just makes it worse.
I feel like I'm supposed to say like I felt represented, but I didn't. I didn't feel represented at all. And the reason why I didn't feel represented is because I've argued those same points multiple times, but they don't do anything. I understand where he's coming from. It's a good place he's coming from. I understand that, but it's just like, he should have done more.
That shocked me. You know, I haven't seen, you know, a lot of stuff that really gets me. He was like really talking about truthful stuff that's happening in the media all over, you know, the United States today.
I feel happy to like see that someone cares, and that there's artists out there who are like have an agenda.
It seems made to be more liberal, so some might not like the video and it might seem more closed-minded to them and they might be shut down. You can't just marginalize people and discriminate based on a race if you don't even talk to them and you don't even like listen to what their backstories are.
I desperately do still want to hear like Republicans' side of things and conservatives type of things, just because I want to understand where they're coming from instead of just sort of like throwing my opinions and trying to just get some sort of change without hearing them out.
As a teenager, you know, in Los Angeles, do you feel like racism is still an issue in this country?
We haven't made any progress. You know what we've done? We've dug it under in a hole. That's what we've done. We've hid it. We've hid history.
Have you had any personal experiences involving racism?
Personally, I have not had any experiences involving racism.
I personally haven't had any experiences involving racism.
I've had a couple friends walk down the street and you know, tell me that some person yelled at them when they found out that they were Mexican. Like, that's a little messed up.
I've experienced some racism at a young age. I'm in history class and I'm just reading about all these things happened in the past with Jim Crow, slavery, segregation, and those are over, but you know, some people are still gonna be prejudiced to you.
When I was applying to colleges and things like that, I was hearing a lot from other people, oh, you'll get in anywhere, don't worry, you're Mexican. Because of affirmative action. Like, it's that easy that because there's an affirmative action program, I'm bound to get in anywhere. And it's like, are you kidding me? I had a 4.8 GPA in high school. I did not get in here because of a government program.
Every minority at some point in their life will face this racism. For example, me, literally a month ago, I got pulled over for no reason. I was like, so officer, you know, just out of respect, why did you pull me over? And he goes, we saw you pull out of there's this little town center. He's like, we saw you pull out of that really fast. And I was like, first of all, I wasn't even in the town center. I was across the town center at Chase Bank. And he just looks at me and I'm like, so what was your reason to pull me over? And he's like, have a good day, sir. And he walks away. 3 cops, why? Why? You know, like, why? It just doesn't make sense. And people wonder, you know, why is this such an important topic, this and that? Because it's reality.
In LA, a lot of people would think that because we're so multicultural that racism isn't here, but it's always here. When I go to places like Beverly Hills, I'm being followed around in stores that I know I could afford whatever I'm getting. It happens every time, and it's like once I buy the stuff, they're like shocked that I could actually buy a bottle of Fenty Beauty, and it's like, it's stupid and it's annoying. Racism is still here. A lot of us go through it every day.
Well, this rap went viral and sparked a lot of conversation with various viewpoints. Many praised the rap, calling it a powerful concept that provides perspectives from both sides of the story. Do you think it was successful in doing so?
Yes. Yeah, we are having a conversation, so therefore it was effective.
In the video, he said so much of what I wish I could say, and like sometimes I would be too shy or nervous to say at that time, but the man is just intelligent.
He addressed every current issue that people think is going on with the African American community, and he came right back and said, okay, well, this is why that issue is what it is, and no one's fixing it.
I would say it was successful in starting a conversation. I just hope the conversations that were started, they just weren't repeating the video.
It comes down to the people that watch it to keep this topic relevant, not just to watch it now, have this hype over it, and fight for rights for a day or two, and then forget about it a month later because, I just got over it. That's not how this works. This is something that you have to fight for 24/7. I think the rappers do an amazing job of setting this foundation for people to continue this path.
For some people, the rap missed the mark, with many discussing how the idea that things can be solved by knowing the other side is too simple of a solution, and when you think deeper, it oversimplifies the real problems with racism. What do you think about the take on this?
I mean, for me, at the end of the video, it was like he just wanted a Hollywood ending. He could have definitely taken a different perspective on that.
When he hugged him, it made me feel weird because it's like he just called you the N-word with a hard R and then said the N-word as if he was black. Like not too long ago, probably 5 minutes before you started rapping, he was saying all this to you, and you're just gonna hug him?
You're going from screaming racial slurs at each other and then you're just gonna hug it out? Do you think this nation's just gonna hug it out? It doesn't make any sense.
It was just enough to get the point across to everyone, because if you would have gone too much, I think people would have clicked off right away. But this is just enough. It's just easy. It's so simple. It's one side. Here's one side argument. Here's the other side of the argument. And if we can both, talk about this and put our differences aside, then we can come together.
It's not just as easy as talking to someone and having racism gone. That's not gonna happen. But it's smaller conversations which might slowly get there, and it might get the ball rolling.
Wow, something on the internet didn't please everybody. Shocker. Who cares? Dude, bruh. Okay, look, the goal was to have a discussion about race. That's what we're doing. Mission accomplished.
So finally, do you think this video helped progress on the subject of racism, or do you think it didn't successfully address the issue?
It's just gonna become more controversial. And yes, it's going to strike up conversation, but it's not the higher level, educated on the subject, understanding conversation we need. It's just gonna be yelling back and forth at each other.
I don't feel like we're gonna move forward until we see a big difference in the government and until we see a big difference in conversations, where conversations are moving away from Twitter but into real life.
Protests are always nice, where you actually have numbers of people coming together. That honestly, I think to me is the biggest symbol of trying to move somewhere, rather than likes on a Twitter video, just because you can't really see the community that surrounds that.
It did, I think, spark a conversation, and I think that that's the first step in what's needed. Even if you're uncomfortable, like I was uncomfortable watching this video, try to have a conversation, try to understand.
It successfully did address the issue. It did set a platform for people to actually work on. But again, it comes down to people if they're gonna actually do something about it, or they're just gonna watch it, get hype over it, and then forget about it in a month. So it's up to the people.